It's the evening on 9th of July 2022. Another terrorist act was carried in Chasiv Yar.
Jesus, fuck, man, those are civilian buildings.
Я из civilian building. Это было целое здание.
Russian terrorist state used short-range missiles called Iskander on two civilian residential buildings and also railway station. So since 9th of July, every day from the ruble of buildings, special services are taking new bodies. Under the ruble, during the 3 days, they took about 43 dead people, and this number is going to be increased. Among them, 9-year-old child. Since February, 240 children were killed, about 600 injured. Some of small children, like 10 years old, 14 years old, were raped. In Ukraine, we say like proverbs, there are no one else children. Like all children, they are children, they're like ours from the whole earth. So if somebody attack and kill children, you cannot say something like you cannot stop your emotion. You're crying, you're angry. Children, they are innocent, small children, 9-year-old children. Just imagine if they kill your child or they kill American child. What would you do? What feelings would you receive, would carry? And unfortunately, I don't know when it's going to be stopped, because Ukrainian forces are going to attack Russian forces. So when Russian terrorist forces feel strengthless in the battlefield, they continue to bomb civilian buildings. They continue to torture Ukrainian civilians under the occupation, in the occupation territory. Of course, they bomb our army. During the war, it is normal when one army bombs another army, but it's not normal when one army is bombing every day civilians. If such army is continuing to do this, we have to call this terrorist act. Some people are saying, oh, it's exception, and they didn't want to shoot on hospitals, on civilian buildings. We saw war in Syria, and Russia was bombing Syrian civilians since 2015. They used system Iskander for many buildings in Syria. They killed many children and many civilian people. So they are continuing to do this in Ukraine, because we didn't stop them in Georgia, we didn't stop them in Syria, we didn't stop them in Libya. Just Ukrainian army alone against terrorists tried to stop these barbarians. But world has to join against terrorist state, because if you do crime and you're not responsible for this, you will continue crimes. Even Nazi, what was the worst regime in the world, they very rarely bombed hospitals and civilians. Russia is doing worse. All the world must judge Russia and claim as terrorist state shut all economic relations, and only after that terrorist attacks, terrorist bombing will stop. I don't know how many civilians, how many Ukrainian children, Ukrainian innocent kids are going to be killed. I'm scared to think about this, but these thoughts are in my mind every day. Every day when I wake up in the morning, I'm just thinking how many buildings they bombed, how many civilians they killed, how many children's life ended today. I just ask you for prayer, for support, because I feel just strengthless. Children everywhere in the world, they have peace. They must have peaceful life. They have to have happy life and then become kind people.